Do you know there is quite a lot that will be actually happening right at the beginning of this week? You are going to be kind of like thinking a lot of things. You are also at the same time going to be working, and you're going to be busy with quite a few different things indeed. So with in other words, you are going to be juggling quite lots of things right at the beginning of this week. And that in itself is actually quite important, especially when it comes to you somehow becoming aware of like some kind of lies, and some kind of deception. And you're going to become aware of someone in particular. I'm talking about being quite dishonest with you. And this in itself, it's actually gonna mean to you so much, because it's not going to push you off. It's not going to make you think in a negative way. It's not going to kind of affect your energy or vibration in a negative way. In fact, it's actually going to do completely opposite, my gorgeous Gemini, indeed. Which means that, you are really at that moment in time, you're actually going to have literally a reason for celebration. That's how you're going to feel. You're going to feel like you want to celebrate. Why? Because all this, it's actually going to be contributing towards you having a completely different point of view, having a completely kind of like a fresh perspective, especially when it comes to like you kind of knowing now what to do, because you will fully completely understand that somehow one particular person caused this, and this particular person who actually caused this, my gorgeous Gemini, has also like kind of was also responsible for you a kind of not feeling yourself, not being yourself, and for you not kind of being able to do what you want to do. So for most of the times your hand were tied behind your back. That's exactly how you felt for quite a while now. So this is going to be such a beautiful moment in time where you're literally going to set yourself free. And this is going to be important. And this is why this is going to be quite, a really interesting stage on your spiritual journey. And you will see why. Because by the time you get to the mid part of this week, there is an intuitive, a very much so intuitive message that you're going to have. And this very intuitive message is going to come to you again at a time. First of all, something is going to be on your mind in terms of spirituality. Something is going to be on your mind. Like maybe you will want to buy some kind of a crystal. Maybe you will want to smudge your home. Maybe you will want to do a bit of a tarot. Maybe you will want to do a bit of a horoscope. Maybe you will want to kind of connect or reconnect with a certain spiritual group. This is something it's going to be on your mind like that. It's literally going to come to your mind, but it's going to be something to do with the spirituality. And this is going to be a sign that you are about to have a really sacred guidance in such a way where intuitively, just completely out of the blue, there is going to be some kind of idea that you are going to have, and that hasn't got anything to do with what you were thinking about initially. And the idea that you are going to have, which is going to come to you completely intuitively after that moment in time, it's going to be pretty much so, it's to do with the finances and financial situation, how to make your financial situation better, but also how to kind of like and how to not to worry about your finances. It's something that you were worrying about the financial situation within the last maybe few months or so. So this in itself, it is going to be connected to that particular idea. Not only this is going to be completely right thing to do, but later on, just one day after, it's like, oh my god, another part of all this is going to happen. Just one day after, another part of all this is going to happen, because you are going to be ridiculously psychic and ridiculously intuitive. And it's like it's going to be persistently on your mind what you want to do. Something is going to be winding you up, but in a really good way. Something is going to be winding you up, and something is going to like keep on giving you that vavavumish feeling, and keep on giving you that like a spiritual energy, which is most certainly and most importantly going to take over. So what is going to be on your mind persistently, like, oh my god, everything is going to be multiplying, in terms of the actual energy. And it's to do with you, like being so keen and eager to do something. You know, this in itself, it's really pretty much so going to become like a vision, how you want your life to be. And you're not going to be able to stop thinking about it, my gorgeous Gemini, whatsoever. And it's not only that. This is the beginning of something really big, something really special, some kind of like a really powerful manifestation. It's actually going to come out of it. Look, it's going to lead towards this, my gorgeous Gemini. You know how important this is going to be. It's going to lead towards such a powerful manifestation, which is going to change your life forever in the best possible way, in terms of happiness and in terms of you enjoying yourself and enjoying your life. Okay, by the time you get to the last part of this week, this is going to be quite a big mama now here again, because around the last part of this week, it's to do with the message that you are going to have, and you're gonna like this. It's to do with a certain progress. By you getting this message, you will know that you're having a progress with a specific part of your life, something that, you know, not much was kind of happening lately. And this is on one hand going to pleasantly surprise you. But then on another hand, even most importantly, this is something that you waited. Not only because you waited for the actual progress, of course, but you waited for this moment in time because that in itself is actually going to help you to make an important decision, because you were in a mode of being like kind of indecisive because of this. And all this is going to make sense like there is no tomorrow, because this decision that you're going to be able to make now that you were indecisive about so much, it's something that you have found like as in a, you know, like a difficult choice perhaps, and this is why this was making you indecisive. So now this is clearly going to answer your question, and it's going to help you when it comes to you like feeling so indecisive for a while now. This is indeed to do with your future. It's a lot to do with an important plan. Like a future plan is to do with your future, but at the same time it's also to do with you understanding now, right now, that you are gonna need to make an important step here, an important move here, but you need to be clear and you need to be direct. This is very, very important, my gorgeous Gemini, indeed. You need to be clear and you need to be direct, because otherwise this is not going to like work out the way you would want it to work out. So this is something that you need to remember. And also, my gorgeous Gemini, what else I was going to say, which is going to happen this week, you really need to have a chat and conversation with one specific person in your life. You need to have an important chat. You need to have an important conversation. You need to explain something to someone in your life. I know this sounds, oh God, explain something to someone, you know. Do you know what I mean? When I say this, I mean it's somebody who is like your family member or somebody directly connected to you, who you need to discuss something with this person. You need to come to the bottom of some kind of problem, some kind of issue, but without having an argument. Without creating an argument. So you're going to need to find your way around, how to work around, do something for that person, take them for lunch somewhere, take them for dinner somewhere, you know, put them in a good mood, you know, and then you can maybe like talk about lots of things, and that energy is going to take over and make everything so much more kind of easier for you. But you need to kind of move on when it comes to that person, but you also need to have an important conversation, because you're going to need to come to the bottom of something. And also on another hand, that person is actually going to tell you something which is really going to surprise you. Like, you're going to find this mind-blowing. Why was that person acting in that particular way? Well, you know what? You will know, because that particular person is going to give you a really, really good reason for that too, which is going to surprise you, but at least you will be able to understand them. Okay, my gorgeous Gemini, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light to every single one of you, my gorgeous Gemini. Thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium. Love you. Bye.